Well, Michael, it always promised to be a tough assignment against a team that have found some form in the Premier League in recent weeks. How would you reflect on what you've just watched today?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we've caught them in a good moment. When you play against a Premier League team, there's certain things that have to go your way to get anything from it. They have to have a very bad day. We have to have a very good day. That didn't happen. Moments in the game have to go for you. Clearly, obviously, those moments today didn't go for us. Probably went for them more. And obviously, once the third goal went in, and it had a huge impact in the game. There's no doubt about it. From a confidence, morale, etc. Getting in the dressing room at half-time, trying to regroup. We have a couple of moments at 3-1, cleared off the line from Clewy, etc. And then obviously you go and concede the fourth, and it's damage limitations a little bit after that. So big moments in the game go against you. You've got to respect the quality that they've got as well, though. You know, some couple of wonderful goals.
I'm sure the target, the game plan was to keep it nice and tight early on, but alas, you were 2-0 down after 10, 11 minutes. How tough was that to take, watching from the sideline? Yeah,
very tough. Especially in the manner that they were as well, a little bit soft. You get yourself back into the game, like I say, and the third goal was a little bit of a killer, really, because you go in at 2-1 at half-time and you've got, a little bit of hope, a chance. The players' belief still at that point, was very good, and you could see that in the game. So going in 2 goals, the deficit just made the task in the second half all that more difficult.
And finally, 6-1 is the scoreline. Is that harsh on your players' efforts? Wolves had lots of chances, didn't they?
Yeah, but they were always going to have lots and lots of chances. I think it was a little bit harsh. But I think, like I say, once that sort of fourth goal went in, there was always the danger that could happen. Again, like I say, we had a couple of nice little moments at 3-1. That if it would have gone the other way, then all of a sudden, you're asking more questions of them. But their belief and confidence just got bigger and stronger, and you could tell that towards the end.
Unfortunate moment for Eli Harrison, obviously, with the third goal just before half-time. He made some decent saves in the second half. How tough a call was it for you today to leave out Will Brook, who's been a regular goalkeeper over the last few months, and put Eli back in between the posts? Yeah, it was tough, but at the same time wasn't, because it was an opportunity to use Eli with his biggest attributes. Obviously, it's failed him today, and I understand that. But secondly, he's had 2 or 3 sort of rough games, Will, a little bit, for some decision making, and it's sometimes a good opportunity to take him out and allow them to assess things before putting them back in. You've got to realise he's a 22-year-old who's played less than 20 games in the Football League, so we've been very fortunate to have him and have a really strong spell when he come into the team, and that was flattening out a little bit. So yeah, hopefully this does him the world of good, to have that little breather and get him refreshed and ready for the last 22 games. And given you put him back in the team today here at Molineux, is there a possibility that Eli Harrison might stay at Shrewsbury Town beyond the next few weeks? It looked as though he might be returning to Manchester United at some stage. Yeah, I mean, it looks unlikely that he'll be with us. I know there has been a couple of conversations in the last few days of potentially something happening where he sticks around for a little bit. But obviously we'll know more over the weekend. But I think discussions have been had between the 2 clubs. Big day for you and Morgan. You put him straight into the starting 11 up front. Pleased with how he did? Yeah, delighted. Listen, he's going to be a good player for Shrewsbury Town. There's no doubt about that. He's technically gifted. You'll see over the coming weeks and months. He's got an eye for goal. He's a good goal scorer. But he can deal with the ball. He can drift into wide areas. He can drift into the 10 role. I'm sure we'll see a lot of quality for him in the coming games. And the other new signing, Trey Agunsui, went on as a second half sub. Young Jack Loughran involved as well. Nice to get those 2 involved. Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously Trey, he only arrived late last night, but I know what he's capable of. I've seen it plenty of times, and hopefully
the Shrewsbury faithful will see over the next few weeks and months. And he's a big, strong boy. He can deal with the ball, but he can also run in behind as well. So, and good for Jack. The reality is he's had a good spell of late. I think one or two sort of moments in there was a bit of a reality check for him in terms of the level, but it'll do him the world of good, and obviously a big moment for him and his family.
So Jack Loughran, is he back at the club now and involved, part of the first team squad again moving forward?
I won't go that far too soon. I think obviously we're in the process of trying to bring 2 or 3 other bodies into the building. Clearly 1 or 2 bodies will leave. Obviously depending on numbers, we'll assess that. But right now for the next sort of week or so, he's certainly with us. And the good thing obviously with the youth loans, etc., you can allow them to come back and go back out again. So we'll assess that over the next week or so and see where we're at with it.
What about the away following today? Shrewsbury fans travelling here in good numbers, around 3,000 Shrewsbury fans here at Molyneux. Yeah,
no, obviously, like I said before the game, I think today was a reward for the players and the fans for 2 tough games that we faced in the previous rounds. And obviously it wasn't our day, and we're a bit sorry that we couldn't give them more to cheer about. But you look at the quality on show, regardless of what people think in terms of position Wolves are in. The quality on show today would just probably, give everyone a little bit of an insight of the difference in the 2 levels.
Yeah, you've got through to the 3rd round of the FA Cup. You've brought in significant financial rewards for the football club as well on the back of this cup run, and now you're going back into some really important League 2 matches moving forward. What are your early thoughts about the season ahead from here on in, now that you have exited the FA Cup?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of them where obviously the full focus is on the next 22 games and making sure that we get enough points to make sure we stay in the league. And we've spoke about this a lot this week, regardless of this game that we've been preparing for, and the real focus sort of starts again on Monday morning, and we'll be sort of preparing as best we possibly can to make sure that we come out of the blocks firing next week.
Thanks for your time, Michael.
Cheers, pal.